Hi, everyone. We're really glad to see you once again. I'm Erica, and this is Marco. On our channel, we help you practice simple, real-life English. If you like our videos, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. That helps our channel grow a lot.
Yes, thank you so much. Today, we're going to discuss habits. That's correct. We'll talk about the things we do every day and every week. We'll discuss routines. So, Erica, it's a lovely day today, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. The sun is shining brightly. I really enjoy days like this. They make me feel joyful and calm.
Me too. Did you come from home to the studio?
Yes, I walked over. It was a very pleasant walk. I noticed a lot of people in the park.
That sounds wonderful. I also walked here. While I walk, I often listen to music.
Really? What type of music do you listen to?
I typically listen to pop music. It's enjoyable and easy to sing along with.
I like pop music as well, but in the mornings, I sometimes tune into the news.
The news? That sounds a bit serious for the early hours.
I know, but I like staying informed about what's happening around the world.
That's a good habit. Maybe I should give listening to the news in the morning a try.
Perhaps you should. So, Marco, what are your plans after we finish recording today?
After this, I think I'll head to a cafe. I feel like having a nice cup of coffee and a slice of cake.
That sounds ideal. Can I join you?
Of course, you're always welcome to come along.
Great. Now I'm looking forward to Perhaps you should. So, Marco, what are your plans after we finish recording today?
After this, I think I'll head to a cafe. I feel like having a nice cup of coffee and a slice of cake.
That sounds ideal. Can I join you?
Of course, you're always welcome to come along.
Great. Now I'm looking forward to after the show. But first, we have an important subject today.
Yes, we do. Today, we're discussing habits, like my habit of inviting myself to eat cake with you, Erica.
Yes, exactly like that, but also more ordinary habits. So, Marco, let's start. What does habit mean to you?
A habit is something you repeat again and again. You do it frequently without much thought. It just happens automatically, almost like a robot.
Yes, an automatic action. For instance, I always brush my teeth after breakfast. I don't have to think about it, I just do it.
I understand. It's part of your daily routine. One of my habits is drinking a glass of water right when I wake up.
That's a very healthy habit, Marco. I should try that.
You should. It's good for your body. Okay, let's discuss morning habits first. What's the very first thing you do in the morning?
The very first thing, I open my eyes.
Very funny, Erica. I mean, after that.
Okay. After I open my eyes, I always check my phone.
Oh, I do that too. I check the time and see if I have any messages.
Same here. But my doctor says it's a bad habit. The phone screen's light isn't good for your eyes in the morning.
Your doctor is probably right. So, what's one good morning habit you have?
A good habit? Well, I always make my bed every single morning.
Really? I make my bed sometimes, but not always. Sometimes I'm in a rush.
For me, it's important. When my bed is tidy, my whole room looks tidy. It makes me feel good.
That's a great habit. What about breakfast? Do you have breakfast habits?
Yes, my breakfast habit is very simple. I usually eat toast with butter, and I always drink tea. I don't drink coffee in the morning. Almost the same thing every day. It feels comfortable and easy. What about you?
My breakfast changes every day. Sometimes I eat yogurt with fruit, sometimes cereal, sometimes eggs. But I always drink coffee. I can't start my day without it.
Ah, so coffee is your morning habit.
Yes, it is. How many cups of coffee do you drink each day, Erica?
Oh, that's a tricky question. I usually drink 2 or 3 cups.
Usually or always?
Okay, always. It's a bad habit, I know.
Well, it's your habit, not mine. Okay, let's talk about something else. How do you go to work? What's your travel habit?
I usually walk to work. My office isn't far from my home, so walking is easy.
That's a wonderful habit. Walking is healthy, free, and good for the environment.
Yes, I enjoy it. What about you? How do you get to work?
I usually take the bus, but on Fridays I often drive my car.
Why only on Fridays?
Because after work on Friday, I always go to the supermarket for a big shopping trip. It's easier with the car since I buy a lot of things.
Ah, that makes sense. So that's one of your weekly habits.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about work habits. What do you always do at your job?
At work, I always make a to-do list. I write down all my tasks for the day.
That's very organized. I sometimes make a list, but I often lose it.
Marco, that's not a good habit.
I know. Another bad work habit I have is being often late for meetings.
Marco, why are you always late?
Because I always think I have more time, then suddenly the meeting starts and I have to run to the room.
Erica, you need a new habit. Try to arrive 5 minutes early.
5 minutes early? That sounds impossible for me.
Just try. Okay, let's talk about evening habits. What do you do after work?
After work, I usually feel tired, so I always sit on my sofa for 10 minutes and do absolutely nothing.
That sounds very relaxing. I should try that too. After my 10 minutes of doing nothing, I often go to the gym.
You go to the gym after work? That's impressive. I never go to the gym. Never. What do you do for exercise?
My exercise is walking to the kitchen, walking to the bus stop, and walking back home.
Erica, that's not real exercise.
I know. It's a habit I need to change. So, what do you do at the gym?
I usually run on the treadmill. Sometimes I lift small weights. After the gym, I go home and cook dinner.
You cook dinner every day?
Not every day. Maybe 3 times a week. The rest of the time I order food or eat out.
Is that a bad habit?
Well, ordering food too much is expensive and not always healthy. Cooking at home is better.
You're right. But cooking for one person is sometimes boring.
I understand. I sometimes cook a big meal and then eat the same food for 2 days. That's a smart habit.
That is a smart habit. Okay, after dinner, what are your habits?
After dinner, I always wash the dishes. I don't like leaving dirty dishes in the kitchen.
I have a different habit. I often leave my dishes in the sink and wash them the next morning.
Erica, that's a terrible habit.
I know, but it's my habit. Okay, after dishes, what do you do?
I usually relax. I often watch a TV series or a movie. What kind of movies do you like?
I usually watch comedies because I like to laugh. What do you watch?
I often watch sports, football, basketball, but sometimes I watch documentaries about animals.
That sounds interesting. Do you have any habits before you sleep?
Yes, I have a small routine. I always brush my teeth, of course. Then I read a book for about 15 minutes.
That's a very good habit. Reading helps you sleep peacefully. I also read before bed. What do you read before bed, Erica?
I usually read novels or funny stories, but sometimes I check my phone in bed. It's a bad habit.
Yes, the phone light is bad for sleep. I also have this bad habit. We really need to change. Let's promise. No phones in bed.
Okay, I promise for one night.
Only one night?
Oh no. Okay, let's talk about weekend habits. Are your weekends very different from your weekdays?
Oh yes, my weekend habits are very different. On Saturday morning, I always sleep late.
What time do you wake up?
Sometimes at 10 a.m., sometimes even at 11 a.m. It feels wonderful.
I wake up at 8 a.m., even on weekends. It's my habit.
8 a.m. on Saturday? That's too early for me.
It's normal for me. Then I have a slow, quiet morning. I drink coffee and read the news on my sofa.
That sounds peaceful. On Saturday, I usually meet my friends for lunch.
That sounds fun. Where do you go?
We often go to a small restaurant near the park. The food is really good.
Do you do any sports on the weekend?
Sometimes I play football with my friends, but not every weekend.
That's good exercise. See, you do play sports.
Yes, but only sometimes. What do you do on Sunday?
Sunday is my cleaning day. I always clean my apartment. Every Sunday.
You're very organized. I like a clean home. I vacuum the floors, clean the bathroom, and wash my clothes.
I clean my apartment only when it's dirty. Maybe once every 2 weeks.
Well, that's a habit too. Okay, let's talk about bad habits. Everyone has them.
This is my favorite topic. I have many bad habits. For example, well, I often bite my nails.
Erica,
When do you do that?
when I watch a scary movie or when I'm thinking about a problem. I understand. I sometimes do that too, but you have so many good habits.
Nobody is perfect, Erica. I have another bad habit. I often lose my sunglasses.
How many sunglasses have you lost?
Maybe 5 or 6 pairs this year.
5 or 6? That's a lot. That's an expensive bad habit.
I know. What about you? What's your most expensive bad habit?
My most expensive bad habit is buying coffee every day. I have a coffee machine at home, but I like coffee from the coffee shop.
Oh, yes, that is expensive. You should make coffee at home.
You're right, but the coffee at the coffee shop is so delicious. Habits are difficult to change.
So, how can we build new good habits?
I read that we should start very small. For example, if you want to run every day, start by walking for 5 minutes.
That's good advice. And we need to be consistent. We need to do it every day.
Every day? That sounds difficult.
Not really. For example, if you want to drink more water, just put a glass of water on your table every morning.
Oh, I can do that. That's small and simple.
Exactly. And if you want to read more, read just 1 page every night.
1 page? I can do that. Maybe I'll read 2 pages.
See? Now you're motivated. What new good habit do you want to start?
I want to start the habit of eating fruit every day. I usually eat cookies, but fruit is better.
That's an excellent idea. You can buy a banana with your coffee.
Yes, 1 banana a day. That's easy. What new habit do you want to start, Erica?
I want to start calling my family more often. I usually send text messages, but calling is better.
That's a beautiful habit. Your family will be very happy.
I think so too. What about old habits? Do you have habits from when you were a child?
Oh, yes. I always put my left shoe on first. I don't know why. I did it as a child, and I still do it now.
That's a very old habit. I have a similar one. I always read the last page of a book first.
Really? Why?
I don't know. I just like to know the ending before I start reading.
That's such a funny habit. My sister also has a funny habit. She always sings in the car. Every time she drives, she sings loudly.
I do that too. It's a fun habit.
Yes, some habits are fun, some are healthy, and some are expensive. And the good news is we can change our habits if we want to, right? We just need to start small and be patient.
I feel motivated right now. Tomorrow, I will eat a banana and I will drink a big glass of water. And I will try not to look at my phone in bed.
It's a deal. Let's check our new habits next week.
Perfect. Okay, viewers, you can see that everyone has habits, and talking about them is very easy.
That was a great conversation about habits, Marco. We used many useful words today.
We did. So I think it's a good idea to review some of these words again to help our friends remember them.
Excellent idea. Let's do a little vocabulary review. What word should we start with?
Well, we said the word habit many times, but what does it really mean?
Good question. A habit is something you do regularly and automatically. You don't think about it too much. For example, Marco, what is a habit for you?
My habit is drinking tea every morning. I don't make a decision every day like, should I drink tea? I just do it. It's automatic. It's a habit.
Perfect example. A habit is a routine action. Brushing your teeth is a habit. Tying your shoes is a habit. Can a habit be good and bad?
Oh, yes. A good habit is healthy or helpful, like exercising, reading books, or drinking water. A bad habit is not healthy, like biting your nails or losing your keys. Don't talk about losing keys. So yes, a habit can be positive or negative.
Exactly. Now, another important word we used a lot is always. Always means 100% of the time. Something happens every single time. For example, I always lock the door when I leave my home, and the sun always rises in the east. It never changes. So, what's the opposite of always?
The opposite is never. That's right. Never means 0% of the time. Something doesn't happen at all. For example, I never drink coffee for breakfast. I only drink tea. And I never forget to drink my morning coffee. It's impossible for me.
Always and never are very strong. But we also use softer words like usually.
Yes, usually means most of the time. Maybe 80% or 90%. Not always, but very often. So if I say, I usually take the bus to work, what does it mean?
It means you take the bus on most days, but sometimes you might walk or drive. Exactly. And what about often? Often means many times. It happens a lot, but not as much as usually.
Yes, I often meet my friends on weekends. It happens a lot, but not every single weekend. And then we have sometimes. Sometimes means it happens on some days, but not on many days, maybe 50% of the time. For example, I sometimes eat chocolate for dessert. Not always, but sometimes when I want something sweet.
And finally, let's talk about the word routine. A routine is a sequence, a list of your habits. It's the usual way you do things. For example, your morning routine might be wake up, drink water, brush your teeth, eat breakfast, and go to work.
Yes, a routine is made of habits. Of course, my morning routine is very simple. First, I wake up, then I always brush my teeth. After that, I usually make my bed, then I often drink a cup of tea, and finally, I sometimes read the news before I start my day.
Wonderful. So as you can see, a routine is the order of your habits. It's the way you do things step by step. My evening routine is like this. I always cook dinner, I usually watch TV after I eat, and I often read a book before I go to sleep.
So the difference is clear. A habit is one action, but a routine is many habits together in a sequence.
Perfect explanation. Now let's practice with one more word. We talked about healthy and unhealthy habits.
Yes, healthy means something that is good for your body and your mind. For example, exercise is healthy, eating vegetables is healthy, drinking water is healthy. And unhealthy means something that is not good for your body or your mind. Smoking is unhealthy, eating too much sugar is unhealthy, sitting all day and not moving is unhealthy.
So viewers, can you make a sentence with these words? For example, my healthy habit is I always go for a walk. My unhealthy habit is I sometimes eat fast food.
Great sentence. Let's all try to make sentences like that. It's a very good way to practice English. So to review, we talked about the words habit, always, never, usually, often, sometimes, routine, and healthy and unhealthy. These are all fantastic words for talking about your daily life. Try to use them when you write your answer in the comments.
Yes, knowing these words is a very good habit for English learners.
It is a very, very good habit. Erica, we have talked for a long time about habits today.
We really have. I think my mouth is a little tired from talking.
Is talking too much about habit?
No, for an English teacher, talking is a very good habit. But let's think about everything we discussed today. It's time for a quick summary.
Perfect. First, we learned that a habit is something you do regularly, almost without thinking. And habits can be good or bad.
Yes, we talked about morning habits like brushing your teeth, making your bed, and drinking coffee or tea. And we talked about work habits like making a to-do list or being late for meetings. Sorry, Marco, but that was a good example.
We also talked about evening habits like cooking dinner, watching TV, and reading before bed. And of course, we talked about weekly habits like going to the supermarket on the same day every week or cleaning your home on Sunday.
Exactly. And we practiced how to describe all these habits using important words. That's right. We used always for 100%, never for 0%, usually for most of the time, often for many times, and sometimes for not all the time.
We also talked about the word routine, which is like the story of your habits from morning to night. And we talked about the difference between healthy habits, like exercising, and unhealthy or expensive habits, like drinking too much coffee or ordering food every day.
Speaking of that, Marco, what about your coffee habit?
Yes, I am thinking about it now. I will try to make coffee at home this week instead of going to the coffee shop every day.
That's a great goal. And I will try not to look at my phone in bed. So we both have one small habit to change.
And that's a very important lesson for everyone. You can change your habits. You don't need to change everything at once.
Start with one small thing.
Yes. Don't try to change your whole life on Monday. That's too difficult. Just start with one tiny step. For example, you can eat one piece of fruit every day, or drink one glass of water in the morning, or read only one page of a book at night. Small steps are the best way to build a new good habit.
And now it's your turn to speak, everyone. Yes, it's time for our question of the day, the most important part for your English practice. Today's question is, what is one good habit you have and one bad habit you want to change? Please write your answer in the comments. It's very good practice for your English writing.
For example, you can write, "My good habit is I always study English for 10 minutes every day. My bad habit is I sometimes watch too much TV." Or you can write, "My good habit is I usually eat vegetables for lunch. My bad habit is I never go to bed early." Any answer is a good answer. We're here to learn together. You don't need to be perfect.
We will read every single comment. We love to see your progress and your ideas. It makes us very, very happy to be part of your English learning journey. So please take a moment and write a sentence for us. Tell us about your habits.
And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. It helps more learners find our channel. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to Talks Data, please click the subscribe button. We make new videos every week to help you practice real English.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. You are all wonderful students. Keep practicing, keep learning, and remember to be kind to yourself. Learning something new takes time.
Yes, learning English is a marathon, not a sprint. It's all about building a habit of practice.
Beautifully said, Erica. We'll see you next time for another daily English lesson. Bye-bye, everyone.